What's going on, everyone? No, it is I. I'm that SGW guy, the doctor of foodology. Um, I just want to take a moment. Uh, I haven't been posting exercises because honestly, I don't know, I just been too exhausted, too weak to do anything really too much. So I do apologize for all of you that were following my exercises. I'm hoping this week I could get my stamina back. I've just been really exhausted. Um, but I do want to take a moment. Last night, which was yesterday, Saturday, I hope you all watched Outside the Box live last night. If you didn't, you can check the replay. But I found, I after I came home from a wedding I officiated, I found, I left Molly out, outside, and I just went outside because I thought I heard a noise. There were two bags of literally zero sugar drinks, water left on my porch. So I want to say thank you to the anonymous person or persons who did that. That was very nice. In one of the bags, I put everything in the fridge to get cold, but this sparkling ice, zero sugar, fruit punch. I'm gonna do a taste test right now and try it. Let's see how it tastes. That tastes really good. It tastes just like fruit punch without the sugar. So I'm gonna be enjoying these new drinks. Thank you, and I'll do some taste test videos. Um, yeah, I literally slept till 2 in the afternoon today. I just could not. I just been so exhausted. I just could not get out of bed. Um, so we're gonna try and make something or get something healthy for dinner. Uh, not sure if I'm gonna cook it, if I have the strength to cook, but I like that sparkling ice water. Thank you. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, just to kind of give you an idea, um, the stuff that I couldn't fit in the fridge that I have to put as soon as these are the zero sugar soda Zavias. I'm not sure how you say that. Ginger root beer cola. I'm looking forward to try this new stuff. So, some of you may be asking, how did I reach over 300 pounds? It's a good story. So, spoiler if I'm going to tell you my story if you want to keep watching this video. Uh, I guess it all started back. See, when I was in high school growing up, I was thin. If I could find a picture of me, well, I'm sure I have it somewhere. I'll put a picture up of when I was in school, thin. It. Some of you do know that I've mentioned it before. When I was 18, just out of high school, graduated in June. Well, that December, my dad died, and I wasn't seeing anybody or anything. So it's just me, my mom, and now my two sisters. My oldest sister, she was already married on her own, but I guess I really didn't know how to grieve my dad's passing. Growing up, How I got into food was he showed me how to start cooking little things like start out with the egg sandwich and then an omelet and then just progress from there. So I figure that that was always a comfort. So food, I turned to food to help me grieve. Um, and then as time went on, I came to terms with okay, he passed away. And I was moving forward. But then I started, how could I say? I started really like enjoying all the food, like the tastes and how delicious it was and how full you got because it was very good. I thought it was very good and started to roll from there. And even during I was married for a little while, now divorced. Um, I wasn't even this heavy when I was married. After the divorce, it's back to myself, me and Goldie. What did I do? Turn to food. Ate. Um, then I moved to where I'm at in SGW territory here. Um, and just throughout the years, I just started enjoying cooking food more and eating and for those that followed me since day one during the pandemic, I literally there's like 52 weeks in a year. I had like 54 cooking videos to keep myself from going nuts from the pandemic, being stuck in the house working from home. Um, so those that followed me, thank you. Um, so I just started packing on, and my walking stamina shortened, got less. I next thing I know, then I met the GF, started dating the GF, and we were what basically when I found out I was diabetic, or how I realized, came to terms. My GF knew I was. She knew I was diabetic. She's like, "You're diabetic." I'm like, "No, I'm not." We were at Sabatini's Pizza, and like within like half hour, I went through like 4 big iced teas. I was just so thirsty, and she's like, "You're diabetic." No, I'm not. Well, yeah, she was right. I was. So started going, but I still didn't. I still could not stop, indulging in the food. Like you said, you saw my takeout reviews, my food reviews. I just can't have 2 hot dogs. I have 5. And yeah, I hear you. Some of you guys would be there. Well, 5, is that really 5 necessary? Well, at that time, yeah, it was because I was hungry. So yes, it was needed and necessary. Um, or 3 cheeseburger, 3 double cheese, because yes, in that time frame, in that mind frame, it was. I needed it. I was hungry. Um, and if for people that never had a food addiction, it's kind of like a drug and alcohol addiction. It's something you can't control. Well, here, let me rephrase that. You can control if you have the willpower to do it. I didn't have the willpower to do it. I loved food too much, and I loved my cola. Um, that's how I basically now. I'm hoping that I caught it in time. Now, a week tomorrow, August 25th, I have to go for a stress test and an echocardiogram. Now, I know I'm gonna be fine. I mean, I'm not I'm not gonna die or anything, but part of my head is telling me, well, excuse me, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what that echocardium is gonna pull up. If something is, if they suspect something wrong, they're gonna flip me right into the hospital and do surgery. It's a possibility. It can. Not saying it will, but it can. So, and God forbid something happens and I die on the table. Not saying it will, but there's always that. I mean, there's that one. Anything can happen during surgery. Surgery is risky, no matter what it is. With my physique, and who knows. Um, but it's. I'm sitting here, and not just right at this moment, but the last couple weeks, I've been watching the 600-pound life on YouTube, and it's these people that are 600 plus pounds, and they're telling you their story, how food makes them feel better. I get it. I understand. Um, I read comments. Well, just stop eating. Doesn't work that way. Can't. When you're that now, I hope I never hit 600 pounds, which I'm trying not to. Um, I guess the reality is I might have joked in the past, but in reality and in all seriousness, I'm I'm afraid that I don't want to die. I'm not afraid of death. I've seen the after. I've seen paranormal. I've seen stuff. So it's not that I'm afraid to die. I'm kind of afraid to leave this realm, this world. Uh, because there's Molly and there's all you guys that watch the shows, and then my family, of course, definitely number one, my friends. Um, but during the next couple weeks, I don't know what's going to happen or what's going to become of me or what's going on. Uh, that's why I'm taking this moment here to, um, just reach out, just kind of reach out to you guys and just say, how much I appreciate all of you. Um, you know, the Outside the Box Live, even going back, with False, I appreciate everything False did. False North, aka False Paranormal. I enjoyed going out doing the paranormal hunts. Um, Now, moving forward, Mike, Gina, Fred's wife Stephanie. Um, you know, uh, just I appreciate all of you, and I love how you guys help out with the show. Um, but it's in reality, what's going to happen in 2 weeks or a week? Who knows? I mean, the GF is like, you're going to be fine, and I probably will. Okay, but there's always, God forbid something happens, I have to have a game plan set as to how things are going to have to move forward. Um, like with contacting my job, and I want to let I'd want people, I want someone to you know let all of you know what happened, um because I do have followers that aren't in the state. uh and I'm probably just jumping ahead of things, but you don't know what's going to happen. um we didn't expect my dad to die December 20th. At it was like 5 o'clock in the evening, after that evening. um we didn't expect to spend, bury him Christmas Eve morning, and Christmas Day, have our lives just turned upside down. Now I'd like to think there's an well, I know there's an afterlife somewhere. Somehow I've had paranormal experiences. Uh, that's that's where I'm at. I'm like I said, I'm trying to start doing healthier stuff. I mean, Grant, yeah, I love the juicy cheeseburgers and from from Wendy's sometimes, and you know one of my Facebook friends, Michelle, and I've known Michelle a long time back from the day, and she's like, because we were talking, and she went strictly eating healthy, like for years. She's like, you gotta eat, and I'm like, yeah, 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 I know. And she's like, she commented on one of my something I forget, but you can still be the food guy, and I'm always gonna be the food guy. Um, it's I'm gonna start trying to cook healthier, more more cooking shows healthier. Like, am I gonna cheat? Yeah. Am I on a diet? I don't want to say that I'm on a diet. I'm trying to correct my eating habits. Because when you say diet, people think, oh, you got to eat this way or eat a certain way. No. Um, but I will say I haven't actually had regular, or I want to call it normal soda in a good 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. Ever since my one sister uh, introduced me to the zero sugar Dr. Peppers. Um, so I'm still getting my caffeine. I'm not going through caffeine, which I went through caffeine withdrawal once. Oh my god, it was a bitch. Um, it was something I felt like a migraine. Um, but yeah, it was a caffeine withdrawal. So that's where I'm at today. It is Sunday the 17th, and you know I just want to give a shout out if she follows me. I don't know. Um, Yesterday I did, like I said, I did a wedding yesterday at the River Grill in River Stream Plains. I think that still might be considered Wilkes-Barre, but on the border, Wilkes-Barre and Plains. It was out on the deck, beautiful. She didn't want video, so I don't have any video or anything of it, but I have some pictures. Maybe I'll put some pictures up. I'll show you the inside of River Grill because it was really nice, where that area was. So, on that note, either this video is going to come to an end, or I'm going to, I don't know. But regardless, and do another video later. Um, Regardless, again, I just want to say thank you to all your support, your words of encouragement, everything, because it really does mean a great deal. Be blessed, stay safe, everyone.